What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the CU04 YouTube channel, and thank you, and a very, very Merry Christmas to you all. This is my Christmas special video, but I just want to say thank you so much for this year. It's been absolutely incredible, both in my personal life and for the channel. You know, this year I've managed to complete my degree. I've got a degree, which is pretty cool, and then this channel is absolutely blown up. It's been absolutely amazing. What a year to be a Carlisle fan. Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers and for 250,000 channel views. Absolutely incredible. But this is just a bit of a Christmas special video for you guys, and it's more of a general football video. I'm going to be picking my ultimate past and present XI. That is complete with a home away kit, stadium manager, and I've went with the 4-3-3 formation. So sit back, enjoy this. It is very controversial, but let's get straight into it. As for my home kit, I'm going to go with Arsenal's 91-92 kit. Absolute banger of a kit. I love the red with the white sleeves. Just a class kit. Adidas known for making some pretty nice kits over their time. And there's another Adidas one. It's the Ajax 21-22 Bob Marley Special Edition kit. What a kit that is. Just the black with the colour lines and everything. Proper tidy kit, and that is mine. And for my stadium, I'm going to go with the Olympic Stadium in Berlin. It's on my bucket list. I think it's an absolutely unreal stadium. I know obviously the history around it isn't the best, but you know, we'll skip past that. It's an unreal stadium and a bit of a classic in my opinion. That would be my stadium with my two kits. But going in then with my goalkeeper, it is Iker Casillas. Now, a lot of this team might show my age, and it is a past and present, so there is some present players in there as well. But Casillas, for me, one of the best goalkeepers. Some of the saves he used to make, absolutely unreal. That one against Robin in the World Cup final springs to mind for sure. But just an absolute leader, obviously. You know, that Real Madrid team, sort of 2014, 15, 16, 17 time. He didn't have the best spell at Porto to sort of end his career, but definitely one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And then on the bench, I'd have another goalkeeper. His longevity is absolutely unbelievable. It's Gianluigi Buffon. Again, won practically everything there is to win in football apart from the Champions League. But you know what a goalkeeper he was as well. There's loads of options for this list. You know, Petr Cech could have made it. You got like Manuel Neuer. Even some of the more recent goalkeepers like an Alisson or someone, but them two for me will be my two in my ultimate past and present team. Coming in at right back then, the one man that came to mind immediately, Philipp Lahm. Just the way that he transitioned from a right back into a centre defensive midfielder in his last few years at Bayern Munich, but it's just his overall career. Bayern Munich, just obviously, you know, a great team in Germany, but the role he played in the World Cup win and everything, just his ability as a defender as well. Did he never get a card or something like that? Never got sent off or anything like that. Top class. And speaking of top class, probably one of the best defenders of all time, Paolo Maldini. Yes, I've cheated a little bit because I put him in left back, and you could probably argue he's more of a centre back. But Maldini, he had to fit my team, and he's fitting my team at left back there. What a defender, as I say, in my opinion, probably the best defender to ever play football. He just come from that sort of Italian pedigree of defenders. You know, a few of them feature on this list, but he's probably one of the best. And yeah, what a player. Speaking of what a player, though, a player that is still playing today, it's Sevilla. It is, of course, Sergio Ramos. If you needed a clutch player in a big game, that's your man there, Sergio Ramos. Probably got more red cards than anyone else in this team, but Ramos, his ability to come up from a corner and power ahead of him when you needed him. You know, he was a big defender, he was great at tackling, he was great at dribbling, great at passing. The Atletico Madrid final in the Champions League, I want to say 2014 potentially, where he got that last minute goal. Yeah, what a player. And to captain next to him is Cannavaro. That 2006 World Cup, absolutely unbelievable. The only defender in the world to ever win the Ballon d'Or. It speaks volumes of this man's ability. I did kind of want to put Bobby Moore in, but I've never ever seen Bobby Moore play football, so I feel like that would be cheating a little bit. But Cannavaro going in there, that's a solid back line, isn't it? Philipp Lahm, Cannavaro, Sergio Ramos, and Paolo Maldini with Casillas in nets. On the bench, though, I'd have Baresi, who, to completely contradict myself, I've never seen Baresi play football, but I think Baresi's sort of the catalyst to the players like Cannavaro, your Nestas, your Maldinis, so he's going to go in there. And then I've got Zanetti on the bench, another player who plays in Milan with Inter Milan, or used to, sorry. Zanetti, top player, top captain. and would definitely give me options in the midfield and the defence if I needed to off the bench. But moving into the midfield and moving away from sort of the Italian sort of stick there, we're going with Sergio Busquets. I think a player that is very underrated. Xavi and Iniesta, absolutely unbelievable at Barcelona team of the 2010s. But you've got to say, if it wasn't for a player like Busquets holding that midfield, they wouldn't have such freedom to pass the ball about, play the tick-attack. An unbelievable player, Busquets, still playing this day Inter Miami. But what a player Busquets, what a player he was, what a player he is. And speaking of what a player, which I'm going to say too many times in this video, Andre Pirlo, the coolest man in football, in my opinion. What a player! That Penengle against Liverpool. What am I going on about? That Penengle against England in the Euros, unbelievable. His vision and being able to pass the ball like Pirlo did, absolutely unbelievable. And I think him in this midfield three would just be unstoppable. And the man I'm going to partner next to him, I think imagine this partnership, Iniesta, Pirlo and Busquets. Now, it almost happened that Pirlo was linked with Barcelona in the 2011 season, but he didn't join them. But imagine Pirlo and Iniesta in the midfield just playing passes. I know the debate is Xavi or Iniesta. I personally just prefer Iniesta. I feel like Iniesta popped up with more crucial goals. You're looking at the was it the Euros or the World Cup where we got the winner? It was World Cup, wasn't it? World Cup, he got the winner. And then, of course, in the Champions League against Chelsea that game as well. Absolute screamer that was. But on the bench, I have Xavi. Doesn't fall short. Of course, Xavi has to come into it. And then we've got Patrick Vieira. What a player Patrick Vieira was. Proper solid midfielder, box-to-box sort of player. If you're winning the game 1-0, you need someone to come on. Patrick Vieira's not the worst shout in the world, is he? And then Xavi, if you needed a bit more creativity, you could make a midfield three of Pirlo, Xavi and Iniesta. That would be an absolute joke. But speaking of players, an absolute joke is the greatest player to ever play football. There's the controversial opinion. It's not controversial, is it? It's Lionel Messi. Yeah, the things that man can do with a football is absolutely outrageous. Just a top class football player. As I say, in my opinion, the best player to ever do it. That World Cup victory, cemented something that I think we all knew. He's a clutch player. He's one of the greatest players to do it. The 2010 Barcelona team, absolutely unbelievable. But speaking of unbelievable Barcelona teams, the striker in my team is Luis Suarez. A player that I have seen live twice at his time at Liverpool, and he's one of them players that you look at and you just go, unbelievable, what a player that is. But Suarez, his goal scoring ability is just an absolute joke. Obviously that sort of 2015 Barcelona team, unreal. And it's Suarez's ability to get assists as well, just make him the complete striker to fit my team. Moving on to the left wing then, we've got Cristiano Ronaldo, a player that I'm not a massive fan of, to be perfectly honest, but I can never doubt his ability as a football player. He's playing on that left wing, his sort of peak position at Real Madrid and early days of Manchester United, but he's got to go into sort of a all-time or ultimate 11, really, hasn't he? For me, Messi's the better of the players. But imagine that as a front three with that midfield behind it, with that defence protecting it. What a team that is. Then on the bench, this is where it maybe gets controversial. I've got Dennis Bergkamp. I think Dennis Bergkamp could do anything with football. He could score from anywhere. Some of the goals he scored, absolutely ridiculous. And then to go next to him, it's Harry Kane. For me, one of the most complete strikers football has seen. I think he can score pretty much from anywhere as well. He's a top class goal scorer, Harry Kane, and he's the one that will complete my 11. Now the manager, it was between two. It was either Sir Alex Ferguson or Pep Guardiola. Now I picked Pep Guardiola because I think he would get the best out of this team. That is the only reason. That's the only thing that separated Guardiola and Alex Ferguson, is the fact that I think Pep would manage this team better. But yeah, Guardiola would complete my sort of squad there. What do you guys think? Who would be in your ultimate past and present 11? What's your favourite kids of all time? I'd be interested to see that. And of course, who is the best manager of all time? Let me know in the comments down below. But for now, I've been CU04. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next one.